to take this time to, welcome to another edition of Melanated News You Can Use. We are here, and we're talking about it. Oh, yeah. We're inviting our friends in, and we got it all the just, it is, yeah, it's still like, look at this overexposure, this sepia like a motherfucker. I love it. I'm gonna invite some people in. Look at this overexposure. All this goes to my YouTube later. All this goes to YouTube later. So listen, chill with the music and vibes. Oh goodness. Alright. Jeez. Okay, let me get some people in. I haven't even started sharing the video yet, so. But I'm home. I'm chilling. I want to be great. It's like all this fiery. Alright, I'm gonna share it. I'm here. Nope, I'm here. No, we're back. And we're back. There's so many different devices, a lot of things going on. There's a lot of technology over here. So, Facebook has these integrated ways to go live, and they want to make it an event. So, I'm sharing, sending messenger. That was fun. So we got that out of the way. So basically, we're talking about the Cherokee language, the states, the areas, the regions. Why? Because reparations. This is how you get it. Staying well informed. Some people got their reparations. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. All right. And we're live. So we have the vibes, we have the music going right now. And so, basically, we are doing a Q&A. So I don't know if you read the title. I have my news. I'm going to shoot over to the news. This is going on YouTube, but we're recording first on Facebook. So, hey to the Facebook people. And come on in, say what's up, catch up. So we do this thing of an oral tradition. It's more of an oral tradition. So we earlier discussed on the original version, where we're streaming on different platforms here. Trying to do it at the same time. Just all up in y'all inboxes. Promotional, self-promo. Oh, sometimes I'll just be inviting everybody. But these people be in my inbox. And we need to chat. We need to talk. There's stuff going on. All right, make sure you comment. So I've been inviting people now at this point. like when they be singing with the music. I like it. I'm hearing it now. So yeah. Funny. I'm about to try some of that with the peace pipe. So I'm sharing the video. I didn't get to share the other video. So hopefully this will be better than the first. So we're back. The sun is setting. We got all kind of color coordinations going on here. So I'm sharing it, and I want to share it as many ways as possible, at least on my Facebook platform. You know, if you're on Facebook, check us out. Who's on Facebook right now? And then this will later go over to YouTube. We're gonna shoot over to some footage. I'm just curating some news stories here for y'all. Great. Get some more people in. Let's make this a thing. Is it Friday? It's Friday, correct? Now it's officially the weekend, so we made it. So I'm sharing some of my favorite and top stories with you all. I promise this broadcast. There's so many different ways to bring this broadcast to fruition. So check out the information there. You can at least be learning some. I'll put some information down there. Yes. So hopefully we'll make our way over to the President of the United States pardoning simple marijuana possessions. Great. Join in, comment, let us know you're here. Welcome. All right. Who knows what this is gonna look like? So we're gonna shoot over to some clips. I'm just sharing it out. And I'm seeing who's here and welcome. Oh, so many people. No, I'm still here. We try to resume it. Oh, I see those hearts. Let's see. This should be public. I want to make sure this is public. Let's open it up a bitty. So, did anybody remember what we said when we were coming? We were talking about the Kituwa and we were talking about the languages. Does anyone remember? Yeah, this is privacy. This is public, yo. This is going up to YouTube later. Don't close it off now. So we refresh. I'm loving the music, the vibe. Oh, I can see comments now. We did it. I'm scared. I'm upgrading. I'm getting things. I'm renewing. Good. We here? I'm just sharing it out. All right. All right, let's do this. I gotta get in the mode, so. Want to make sure that we're running on all cylinders here. Great. Okay, so some of my top stories we got into last night were coming out of Cherokee. they had some message and for the freedom, the freedmen, things like that. So I'm liking this music. It's getting me. This is what you want at the peace pipe, correct? All right, I'm trying to make sure we are. It's a little delay on my end, so I gotta get used to that. Like, who would ever want that? But you know, you have to, yeah, we don't want no delays. All right, so let's see. I should have my news stories ready. Hopefully you like some of the news that we share with you. We want to inform you, but I mean, sometimes it is boring, so. I'm trying to do the most important stories. I am excited that marijuana has been pardoned, so. So we ended last night's broadcast discussing some of the messages because the Cherokee just had their holiday for the Constitution and all the treaties and honoring the treaties of 1866 and all these other things. So the precedents should
Thanks for clicking on this.
Yeah. So great. I'm trying to get some of those messages in. Because I believe the chiefs went and testified at the Supreme Court. So Cherokee gave an update on, how they have been open, how they've opened. So, yeah, right now. Yep, money matters, so. And Cherokee Nation is now the largest nation. Over 12,000 of its freedmen have been registered, enrolled. So adding to the numbers, a growing population. I think they said with the census, the Native American numbers have gone up about 80-something, 86%. So I like to give some updates because this news is really important. So it affects a certain segment of people. So we're Cherokee. I'm Cherokee. We're talking about the right to citizenship. And there's some message that we want to bring in, if that's okay with you. We're going to shoot over. So I'm gonna make sure everything's going good here. We got some updates and want to make sure that everything's running smooth. Great. So, all right, we're about to get started here. Thank you for tuning in, and we're gonna, yeah. All right, we're gonna fast forward here.
The board, Mr. Brent Taylor.
All right, bear with us here.
And you can go ahead and applaud after each one. That's okay. We have our Senior Vice President of Marketing, Communications, and Cultural Tourism, Molly Jarvis. We have Senior Vice President, Special Counsel to the CEO, Todd Hembry, right here. We have Jen Lauren, Director of the Cherokee Nation Film Office, right in the back. Marilyn Van, Freedman Advocate. Marilyn's also a member of the Cherokee Nation Environmental Protection Commission. Thank you, Marilyn. Good to see you today. We have members of the Cherokee National Historical Society in attendance. Would those people please stand if you're here? We'll recognize a few of you. Good to see you. We have members of the Freedman Art and History Advisory Committee. Would you guys please stand so we can recognize you? All right. I think that's everyone. If you guys don't mind, I'd like to also introduce to you my beautiful wife, Kimberly Bunch, right over here. And my mother, Diane England. She's joining me today. Thank you. The majority of us were just at the State of the Nation address. And I don't know about you, but I came away feeling pretty positive about all the achievements brought to the Cherokee Nation the last few years. And thank you, Deputy Warner, and our Principal Chief, Chuck Hoskins Jr. But as Chief mentioned in his video, part of our plan going forward is to ensure that Cherokee people have a voice. All Cherokee people. How about that? All Cherokee people. That voice is a part of what we're here celebrating today. With the opening of a new exhibit at the Cherokee National History Museum, We Are Cherokee, Cherokee Freedmen, and the Right to Citizenship. As we begin our program today, I'd like to ask Cherokee Nation Deputy Principal Chief to join me to deliver a blessing. Deputy Chief.
Well, Siona God. All right. What a beautiful day that the Lord has prepared for each of us. And I mean each of us. I shared this morning, this scripture out of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 15. And it says, make sure that nobody pays back wrong for wrong, but always strive to do what is good for each other and for everyone else. Thanks be to God. This is the word of the Lord. And that verse can mean so much to so many of us. Eye for an eye does not work. Two wrongs don't make a right. How do you want to put it? You know, there's so many things. And in this day, God created each of us unique. Some of our uniqueness, as we look upon ourselves, we feel like, oh, I'm not good enough to do this, and I'm not good enough to do that. I look like this, or I look like that. But I'm telling you, there's no mistake about the diversity of which God divinely created each of us. Because those differences is what makes this world go around, folks. Because if we all come to the table with one single idea, and the solution requires a multitude of ideas, with a multitude of years to continue to perpetuate something that is good for all, then we need each other. Iron must sharpen iron. If you've ever watched iron sharpen iron and two things come together, folks, it's loud. Sparks are flying. Different things are happening. Sometimes some of these boardrooms have looked just like that, as one man sharpens another, as one woman sharpens another. Folks, we've got to remember these things. This is the divine intervention. And this time today, it's time for a revival of some sort, I believe. I believe it's
something's got to give.
Here, there's no doubt. And I've talked about it earlier, and I've talked about it since May, Ray, about 7 sacred directions. And all of us have come from a different direction. We come from the east, the west, the north, the south, the above, the below. But in the middle, is the here and now, that inner self, that what we're here for. So there's no mistake why we are here today. And folks, I just want to thank those of you that have taken the time to come, because this is important. Because there's things that we have to read, there's things that we have to understand, and finding that understanding of words in a treaty from folks that so long ago wrote. What did they mean? What did they mean to those individuals? What did they mean to the individuals that loved, that adopted folks that were different than them into their clan and everything, and they became a part of their family. They became a part of what we do together. And so today, to be together, we have to embrace our differences. We have to look forward to the future and forge something. And when they talk about forging a legacy, and I mentioned this just earlier, that legacy the Creator put on this earth. He walked this earth, and he laid down that legacy, and it's for each of us to work together with all of our unique qualities that the Creator has given us, those unique talents. But I'm going to tell you, it's just like something that you set on the shelf. If you set your talent on the shelf and you're not diligent to dig down in there, then it's doing no good. So we've got to dig deep, folks. We've got to dig deep, because there's a job ahead, and it's called understanding, and it's called discernment of where we want to go in the future together as a people. So if you will, just bow with me and let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we just thank you for this day, Lord. We thank you for this time of fellowship. Lord, thank you for all the individuals that have come together today under this tent, Lord, and I ask that you put a hedge of protection around them and their family, Lord, and I want you to provide, Lord, like you do for everybody, Lord, your unending love, your grace and your mercy, and help us to remember that as you've given so freely to us, help us to give freely to others. Help us to remember your love, your kindness, your gentleness, your self-control, your patience, Lord. Fill our vessels with the fruit of your Spirit, Lord. And help us to remember those that are out there that are less fortunate than others, that we are our brother and sister's keeper, Lord, as we move forward. Lord, and most of all, Lord, just help us to remember that we love you above everyone and everything, Lord. But your second commandment is to love one another as we would love ourselves. And in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Well, thanks be to God, folks, and I appreciate you giving me this time. Why don't?
Why don't? Okay. Good.
Well done, Deputy. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you, you'll not find a better family man than this guy right here, our Deputy Principal Chief, Brian Warner. Let's give him another round of applause. In July of 2022, Cherokee Nation Principal Chief Chuck Hoskins Jr. joined other tribal leaders in addressing the Senate Committee on Indian Affairs for an oversight hearing on select provisions of the 1866 Reconstruction Treaties between the United States and the Oklahoma tribes. I'd like to share just a few of those brief excerpts from Chief Hoskins' testimony with you today. Here's the first one. Supreme Court Justice Hugo Black once wrote that great nations, like great men, should keep their promises. The next one, the issue of freedmen citizenship was settled 156 years ago. It was settled in a treaty agreed to by the Cherokee people, ratified by this Senate, and signed by the President of the United States. The next one, the enslavement of other human beings and the subsequent denial to them and their descendants of their basic rights is a stain on the Cherokee Nation. It's a stain that must be lifted. So at this time, please join me as we watch a special message that would have, from our Principal Chief, who would have loved to join us today. But if you haven't heard, he's been dealing with COVID, he and his family this week. And out of an abundance of caution, he's staying away right now. But I guarantee you, he'll be here in person soon. So let's watch the video.
Osio, today we celebrate more progress in Cherokee Nation's path towards reconciliation, towards equality. The Freedmen exhibit at the Cherokee National History Museum is so powerful. It is a gateway for understanding some difficult truths about Cherokee history that we all must face. It is also an opportunity to understand how much all Cherokee citizens share in common. We must say it plainly. In the 19th century, some Cherokees, under the laws of the Cherokee Nation, enslaved black people. That was wrong. In 1863, slavery ended in the Cherokee Nation. In 1866, our ancestors agreed by treaty with the United States to forever grant freedmen and their descendants all the rights of Native Cherokees. That agreement was binding. It was solemn. For much of the next 150 years, Cherokee Nation denied these rights to freedmen descendants. That was wrong. In 2017, that ended with federal and Cherokee Nation tribal court orders. Complying with a letter of court orders is simply not enough. We need to truly honor the promise made by our ancestors 150 years ago. We need to embrace the spirit of equality. We need to recognize that just as American society has often denied or diminished Cherokee history and our experience, Cherokee Nation has too often denied freedmen history and the freedmen experience. This exhibit helps us get on the right path. The inspiration for all of this really came from my dear late friend, Rosalind Brown. She was a Cherokee citizen of freedmen descent. She was a fierce advocate for the freedmen cause. But she told me that we couldn't achieve real equality unless we included the freedmen story in our museums and our history books. Rosalind passed away in the spring of 2020. In early 2021, we started the Cherokee Freedmen Art and History Project. We turned to Cherokee citizens of freedmen descent and asked for their help to explore the freedmen experience. Through this process, we have gathered a powerful collection of stories, records, art, and artifacts that help deepen our understanding of our history with slavery, emancipation, and the struggle of freedmen for their civil rights. From that project comes this wonderful exhibit. This exhibit is personal to me and the First Lady. We have Cherokee children and grandchildren. We want them to grow up in a Cherokee society that understands all chapters of our history and places the highest value on freedom and equality. We want Cherokees in their generation to look back on this time in Cherokee history with pride. This exhibit helps bring healing to our nation. It makes us a stronger nation. What do?
Why though? Why though? OS.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and let's give another round to our applause to our Principal Chief, Chuck Hoskin Jr., because he's watching live stream right now. So let's make some noise for him. The fight for Cherokee citizenship has been a long, hard-fought battle. No one knows that fight better than a woman helping to lead that charge, Cherokee freedman descendant Marilyn Van. Marilyn was one of many tribal citizens and leaders who provided testimony before the Senate Committee on Indian Affairs alongside Chief Hoskin. She has served as president of the Descendants of the Freedmen of the Five Civilized Tribes Association and the African Indians Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, make as much noise as you can as Miss Marilyn Van comes to the podium, please.
No, I think everything is fine here. OCO.
OCO.
To meet you.
To meet you.
It is a great thing and a great honor to be here in front of my fellow Cherokees to talk a little bit about the freedmen. Now, as most people know, the basis of the freedmen rights, of the Cherokee freedmen rights, is the Treaty of 1866, which was signed by both the United States and the Cherokee Nation leadership. And following that, the nation's people changed the Constitution to line up with the treaty. After that time, until Oklahoma statehood, the freedmen people the freedmen people were a part of the nation, holding office, ranching, teaching, being educated. It was a great day until Oklahoma statehood, which brought devastation to the freedmen of the Cherokee Nation. The Dawes Commission, how it was set up. Then you had race massacres, segregation, all of those things. The Cherokee Nation in the early 1970s, of course, began to become revitalized. And again, this was largely based on federal law, allowing the tribe to exercise sovereignty. But again, the freedmen people were discriminated against, so ultimately this resulted in the Descendants of Freedmen Association coming into being, myself being elected the president, and I have been the president since that time. So, and the freedmen people, we did not immediately jump into filing lawsuits. The freedmen people tried to meet with different councilmen, different chiefs. Nothing was going on. First, the freedmen were trying to go to tribal courts. Nothing was really changing. So there was a lawsuit in federal court, the van lawsuit. I'm the van person. We went to, we had to go to the appellate court both times, in Washington, D.C. Both times, Mr. Kavanaugh and Mr. Garland, they wrote up rulings attesting to the 1866 treaty. Now, there was also a Lucy Allen case in the tribal court. So again, the freedmen people, we have tried to use our tribal forums too. Ultimately, there were some freedmen registered in the tribe, again for a while, until there was a petition against the freedmen. And the freedmen were temporarily removed from the tribe. Now, in 2009, there was another lawsuit, this time filed by the Cherokee Nation itself. This was a Nash lawsuit. Eventually, the persons that were on the other lawsuit were added to that one. That case was not dismissed either. So ultimately, the Cherokee Nation and the Department of Justice, Interior, lawyers for the freedmen, everybody agreed that the case would be taken before a judge. And in 2017, the freedmen people, we did win. And the judge agreed the freedmen had all the rights of native Cherokees, and that the freedmen people could not be removed from the tribe at will. Now, this became a part of Cherokee law. This decision was entered into the Cherokee Nation courts. So since that time, we've had freedmen people who are exercising their rights, trying to work in the communities. My good friend Leslie Ross is here. His ancestor served on the council. I have other friends who are here, who their ancestors have given service to the tribe. They're giving service in their own communities. Again, there were many people who were a part of this, not just myself, my dear friend Rosalind Brown. And then when I was talking about councilmen, My good friend Mark Harrison, he's a descendant of a Cherokee councilman. He's on the board of one of the Cherokee organizations. So our freedmen people just want to give service. It was really thrilling to be on the podium where Honorable Chief Hoskin was talking about the treaty in Washington, D.C. recently. I felt honored because there were other leaders that they were not really talking about the obligations of the tribes to the freedmen. Some were just talking about the obligations of the United States to the tribal leadership. But as I said, it was a great day last month to speak before the Senate Indian Affairs Committee. And I appreciate Chief Baker, Chief Hoskin, the cabinet, all the people who are doing great work.
Okay, so we were hearing from the Van family. They're a very prominent family.
Together.
Yeah, so let's wait for that.
As a nation, we are stronger when we're working together.
So just to let you all know, just a recap of what's happening here. There was a lawsuit, and part of that was people have the treaties in front of them, and they're basically stating that you're not adhering to them. So you read it line by line, and it explicitly, all of them explicitly state that they would let, so all of a sudden they start discriminating. So when you take these things to the feds are like, you can't do that. That Civil Rights Act, also the Indian Bill of Rights, were all happening at the same time. So all this discrimination, all this white resistance has infiltrated the tribes. So Cherokee Nation and Chief Hoskin was like, so when once your lawsuit gets escalated, like she just said, it becomes tribal law. So I just want to reiterate that point to make sure that you all understand. So, understood? I want to make sure that we're not losing you here because there's been a lot of back and forth. So we good? Is it making sense? Okay, great.
Last month to speak before the Senate Indian Affairs Committee. And I appreciate Chief Baker, Chief Hoskin, the cabinet, all the people who are doing great work in order to try to bring the tribe together. As a nation, we are stronger when we're working together, one people, and this tribe can be the most powerful tribe in the nation if we're all coming together, we're all working together. Delaware, Shawnee, Freedmen, Higher Bloods, inside and outside of the nation. So I look forward to trying to provide service to the Cherokee Nation as best I can. And I thank the council members who voted me to the Environmental Protection Commission. It's a great honor. And I thank Chief Hoskin also for making the appointment. God bless and keep you all.
Good.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, can we give Miss Marilyn Van another round of applause for her remarks?
Can we get some hearts? Can we get some likes?
I'd also like to take a moment to recognize our delegate to Congress, Ms. Kim Teehee, right back here in the back. Chief Hoskin established the Cherokee Freedmen Art and History Project in November of 2020. Work began in early 2021 to gain a better understanding of Cherokee Freedmen history and to enhance how those voices are represented within the Cherokee story. By harnessing continued conversations and collaborations with Cherokee Freedmen, with their community advisors, the tribe began work on its first project, elevating the voice of Cherokee Freedmen through an inclusive, immersive exhibit at the Cherokee National History Museum. Here to tell us more about the work to develop the exhibit and her role as a community advisor to the Cherokee Nation is a citizen of the Freedmen descent, Melissa Payne. Melissa, would you come on up, please?
OCO, everyone.
OCO.
My name is Melissa Payne, as he just introduced. Many of you got an opportunity to know my mother, Rosalind Brown. She was an amazing spirit, my true inspiration, and a lot of others. If you came in contact with her, then she inspired you. You almost didn't have a choice, but if you would have asked me about 3 years ago, would I be doing this today? I would have said, no way. But I'm continuing her legacy. And this has become so passionate to me now that I've learned more about my ancestors and my Cherokee people. It's an honor. It's an honor to be in all of your presence today. And so I'm going to express to you a little bit about this exhibit that I got to be a part of. An amazing team that put it all together. It was many of us that did this, and it was touching. We went through phases where it was, what should that title be? What should grasp there? And we thought, we belong. And we said, no, we know we belong. We've already been there. We are Cherokee. And it was beautiful to be a part of something that is now going to be history forever, and it's history in itself. And so you have the opportunity now to learn more about it. And for those that don't quite understand why it was so important to honor the freedmen, or honor the treaty in the 1866 treaty, now they have an opportunity to go and look at some of the things that is in this museum, and they can learn about it. So knowledge is important. So you have an opportunity to learn, and this is just the beginning. So during this project, like I said, it was touching, it was moving. You found things that would trigger you while you would read up on it and see it, and it was a healing within it all as well. And so, as I said, it was an honor to be one of the people on the committee to do this and work our way through this whole ordeal. Now, on one side of it, seeing those videos that you've been seeing played on the screen, when we were doing it all Zoom, it was one thing. But when you walk into that museum, if you haven't done it yet, I suggest you all go and look. It's moving. It's so moving, and it's beautiful. And so I just would like to say thank you to everybody that was a part of it. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Chief Hoskins. I wish you were here today. He's so passionate about the freedmen being a part of, or being the equality within us. And you feel it every time you speak with him. He's passionate about it. And I'm just thankful for this opportunity to be able to be a part of history in the making and learning more about history. Forgiving, loving one another. Together, we are stronger as a unit. My mom always said, one blood unity. And here we are, together. Together we are stronger, and we all know that. So again, it's an honor. Wado.
Wado. So I definitely wanted to share that with everyone, because this is making its way up to the Supreme Court, and so of course a lot of people may not be paying attention. They might not think that they have any say, or this matters anything to them. So going to the Supreme Court, testifying on behalf, and really letting it be known. I thought that was very brave of Chief Hoskin, because the other 4 or 5 tribes are not doing that. So kudos to him. Thank you. I had an opportunity to meet him. I can share some of that. So basically, Cherokee, Los Angeles is the Cherokee members at large that don't live on the reservation. We live in other areas. So sometimes the chief will go on tour, visit these areas, because there's a lot of Cherokee in the area. You can get your paperwork straight, do things. Of course, there's food and things like that. So basically, when he came to Los Angeles, I was able to meet him, have the kids there. They got to see some things too. So I wanted to share a little bit of that. There was some storytelling. I might pull some of that up. But I'm sharing my experience as well. He is all about it. He lives up to it. So basically, there's stories. There's a lot of things. Y'all know I love the flute. So with the so Tommy Wildcat is playing on the flute. It was raining this day, which is very rare, but you know, special time of the year. So it's fall season. So here we go. Okay, great. So basically, we do a lot of storytelling as well. I've been doing a lot. I've been going to every time they're doing something, I'm definitely there. So I have a lot. There's stories that I want to get out because they are important, part of the oral tradition. So when you hear the stories and know them, this is part of the fabric of America. So if you're going to live on this continent, I think that's the best and most respectful thing you can do is to acknowledge the indigenous tribes, whether you have a connection to it or not. I think to acknowledge their existence and their stories, because it's within the ground that you walk upon and you tread. So great. So when they come, I like to share some of the stories. I think I got one from the little Miss Cherokee girl was telling the story. Let's see, I think I got it. Yay, let's see. So I have videos, I have some raws. I need to put some of this stuff up. So I like to share it on my YouTube. I think sharing it live with you all is the best way to go about it. So thank you for your patience with my broadcast. Yeah, great. Because I just like for people to hear the stories as well. Oh yeah, I found it. This is it. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed this story time. So we're getting out, and we're going to get into a little bit of story time. So we were listening to the sounds of Tommy Wildcat. So now we're going to get over to, like, they have this little Miss Cherokee. I think it's time to get some of the Freedman girls up in that pool mix. It's like a version of some type of, like the beauty pageant contest and things like that. So I really wanted to share that. And she's going to tell us a story, and hopefully you enjoy it. And, these are stories that you could pass on to the children, the next generation. So great, let's get into it.
Hello everyone, my name is Lauren Fields. I'm 21 years old and I'm from Sallisaw, Oklahoma. I'm the daughter of Betty Jo Fields and the granddaughter of Nancy Fields. I'm a member of Stokes Smith Ceremonial Grounds, where I belong to the Blue Clan. I'm currently a junior at Northeastern State University, where I am pursuing a major in health and human performance and a minor in pre-health. And after graduating from NSU, I would like to pursue my doctorate in physical therapy degree before coming back to work for the Cherokee Nation. So it's really great to be here with you all today, and I'm wondering if you guys would like to hear a story from me. Woo! Alright, now I know I'm no Robert Lewis, so please just kind of bear with me here. This will be my first time telling a story out in public, so I hope you guys like it. So this story I hope to tell you guys is about the first fire. Now, in the beginning, there was no fire and the world was cold. Until one day, the thunders who lived above sent their lightning down and put fire into the bottom of a hollow tree, which grew on an island. Now, all the animals knew this fire was there because they could see it, but they couldn't figure out how to get to it because of the water. So they held a council to try to figure out what to do. Now, all the animals were excited to go, and each of them wanted to be the one to bring back the fire. So they decided to let the raven go first. The raven was large and strong, so everyone thought he should be able to do the job, right? So he took off, he flew high and far across the water, and made it to the island safely. He perched atop the tree, and decided to think about what to do. But as he was thinking about what to do, the heat scorched all of his feathers black. So the raven became frightened, and he had to come home without the fire. Next, they decided to send the owl. The owl flew over to the island and made it safely. While he was still up in the air, he decided to peek his head down into the hole. But as he peeked his head down into the hole, a blast of hot air came out and nearly burned out his eyes. So the owl became frightened, and he had to come home without the fire. But his eyes turned red, and that's why they still are red to this day. So the owl came home without the fire, and the animals decided to hold another council to decide what animals should go next. They decided to send the great black snake, the climber, to go get the fire. So the great black snake swam across the water and made it to the island safely. He cut through the grass, made it to the tree, and climbed up on the outside of the tree, as the black snake always does, to try to get the fire. So he made it to the top, but then as he peeked his head down into the holes to try to get the fire, The smoke choked him and he fell into the hole. But as he was trying to get out, and by the time he made it out, his skin had been turned completely black. So he came home without the fire, but his black skin still remains to this day. So now the animals had to hold another council to try to figure out what to do, because there was no bird, no snake, or other four-legged animal that wanted to go, as they were all too afraid of the fire. So a couple of minutes went by, and then none of the other animals volunteered to go, until one tiny voice came up and said, "Hey, I'll do it, I'll go." It was the tiny little water spider. Now, she wasn't the water spider that was like a mosquito. She was the water spider who had silky black skin and red stripes across her body. She decided she could do it. She could run across the water or dive to the bottom. She would have no trouble getting to the island. But the other animals asked her how she could bring out the fire. She answered that question by weaving a thread from her body, spinning it into a bowl, and fastening it to her back. She ran across the top of the water to the island, cut through the grass, and found one small little lump of coal, put it into her basket, and brought it back home. Now to this day, that's why we still have fire, and the water spider still has her basket. Whatever.
Wow, though.
I got that story. I was gonna get it. I had to get it. So, yeah, I'm glad I could bring that. It was such a great day. I got to meet the chief. That was fun. I got to meet the chief, Hoskin, the principal chief of Cherokee Nation. The kids were there. They got to meet him as well. So that was excellent. So I'm all about it. So I'm bringing you stuff as it's happening. I'm bringing it live, and so sharing the news as it's happening, because we can't keep talking about 1866. We can't keep talking about, like, even Tulsa 1921. Okay, what do? A lot of what happened in Tulsa was happening to indigenous people. Now, people will talk about the African thing, but we're like, where? If you go to these places and you actually talk to these people, get out of that critical race theory, they really have this narrative that these people just populated the America. Like, the America was empty, no one was here. And so, of course, we know that's not true. The evidence is conclusive. It's there. You can go see it for yourself. So when you have a school curriculum that cares nothing about that, it makes it pretty difficult. So that's why critical race theory, yes, I know y'all want to keep certain narratives going, but certain narratives are very harmful. And it does not tell the complete story. So when you talk about Brown versus the Board of Education, in your education, you're talking about Topeka, Kansas. You're talking about my area. And all the other people of the other area, sometimes I don't even know if they really think about it. It may be very common for them. But you're talking about that Brown family is still in the area. Like, that's prominent. So that's why I'm good. I got to meet the chief. That was special. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. I need to do something with that. Yeah, I got to meet Chief Hoskins Jr. and yeah, I wanted to share that. I mean business. By the time I was talking to him, I had everything I wanted to say. I won't share everything we talked about, but I was like, definitely, don't worry. We can continue this conversation in Tahlequah. Don't worry, I'm coming to the reservation. Look, I'm trying not to make the reservation like a last resort. Like, do we really want to go to the reservation? But it is available. California is making it extremely beneficial and lucrative, and it's just opportunistic. Great opportunity to capitalize on, the Cherokee status in California. So they are taking care of tuition. They are taking care of college. So that's always good. All right. So I want to read a little bit here and share this with you as well, coming over from my Instagram. Great. All right. So I had the distinct pleasure of meeting the principal chief of Cherokee Nation. This is Chuck Hoskin Jr. He's their president, and we had this particular meeting. We've had some different parks in the area. This one was in Pasadena, with Cherokee, Los Angeles. That's our member-at-large community, Cherokee, LA, Cherokee. So, just a little bit here. We'll read it. Chuck Hoskin Jr. was elected to serve as the principal chief of the Cherokee Nation, the country's largest tribal government with more than 400,000 tribal citizens. In 2019, that's when he began. He previously served as Secretary of State and as a member of the Council of the Cherokee Nation. During his time as principal chief, he had increased minimum wage at Cherokee Nation and Cherokee Nation businesses and secured the largest language investment. That's why I talk so much about the language. I didn't even know he was really working on that, but I did hear them keep talking about the language. So, I'm so excited. Oh, they're making it so tempting. So he's doing this really huge investment in the language preservation and education. He also appointed the tribe's first delegate to the U.S. Congress, which is also in our treaties. So there's other things in our treaties that we are getting taken care of. He had prioritized health and wellness initiatives. He appointed the delegate. That's great. That's perfect, including record investment in behavioral health and addiction treatment. Chief Hoskin has also expanded tribal workforce training programs, protections for natural resources, which we were saying about the forest earlier, and then also early childhood education offerings. So principal chief, and they should really, first lady, like, come on. Her name is January Hoskin. They have worked together to elevate the voices of women and children on the Cherokee Nation Reservation. There's a lot of kidnappings happening right now, so keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. Look at who's involved with it there. Because, that's a whole thing. So I was really happy about that, and to share this information with you. And yay, that was fun. That was great. Lots of learning. So yay, we got to do that. So I try to, share some of the top stories. For me, it really was a big deal that the President of the United States pardoned simple marijuana offenses. So I give hats off to that. And we're still, I guess that's still a thing, talking about, I don't know, so part of the peace pipe, you're going to need fire. You're going to need fire, right? So you have appreciation for all the elements. So we have some stories here. I've been doing the language, learning, translating. So the peace pipe, I love the story coming in from Lakota Nation. So I'm going to get my little peace pipe music going again. I did some cards. If you want card readings, we do that as well. Our card for today is friendship. We pulled the friendship card. So I thought that was very cool. Invite a friend to come in, share. We're recording right now on Facebook, and we're going to do Instagram. I'm gonna do some more. I got some other type of vibes we could do. So get the music going. Sometimes it has a little bit of nature sounds. And wherever phase we are in with the moon cycle, I share this. So believe this: north, east, west, and south, the great directions. That too, that's the news. That too is the news. So we do. This is our smoke offering. And I already said our news. When we do the news, it won't look like anything else. Bring it all here. So, all right. So, the herbal remedies and the herbal remedies. Okay, great. So we also, like I said, whatever cycle we're in with the moon cycle, I don't even know. Usually I'm really good about keeping up with that. But I've been taking some time off. So we've been talking a lot about fire. This is the fall time of the year. We're getting over into the end of October. So I like to kind of read that. So it may not be particularly a full new moon. We might be a third quarter. So something around that. So I wanted to at least read that. So this is October. This is coming out of the hunting moon into the falling leaf moon. The fall season, the falling leaf moon. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Okay, great. All right, so I'm just checking my sound here. Okay. Good luck, good luck. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure. I'm trying to see if there's like a delay. So just enjoy the music, and I'm checking out some of the sound here. What the fuck is going on with this thing? So I gotta check it. You know, I got. All right. I feel like there's a huge fucking delay. So we just gotta just like roll with it. It's like interdimensional. I swear it's kind of groovy. What if we do this? All right. So I'm testing here. I'm testing. Test my mechanics. Let's test the mechanics here. Okay. Woo! Okay. Oh, that was fun. How trippy was that? Oh my gosh. We're back. Trying to be fancy, eh? Trying to be fancy. Now can we do the Peace Five readings? We got all time loop. That was fun, but we made it work. It just happened anyway. So just roll with it. We have some visuals. Maybe we could just, if we were just doing this, it wouldn't matter. Just calm and still, saying nothing. Just monk. Just a whole monk. So this is traditional monk vibes. Doing what you want to do. Okay. All right. And we're testing. And we are rolling. And this is the news live. I have some other piece of news I wanted to show you. Somebody didn't know their flag colors and told me that there was a Mexican parade happening. And it wasn't. It wasn't a Mexican parade. It was Iranian. I said, what is it? What does he think is it? What's going on here? So you'd be surprised. All right, we're gonna shoot over. We got some different type of music. All right. So what we're gonna do is there was an Iranian parade, and somebody thought it was Mexicans. Like, no, it's not the Mexicans. It's a global protest. The largest group of Iranians outside of Iran live in Los So I'm gonna take it back. So basically, yeah, we're at this protest. So, capturing it live because yeah, we're at this protest. So there was a woman who did not wear her hijab properly. She was visiting from another country. She was in Iran, and they detained her. She was detained by the morality police. So yes. So that's what happened there. So I wanted to give some background because it's a very long video and it's totally worth watching. This is Al Jazeera level journalism. Y'all don't even know. I'm gonna submit. Yes, I can do this, but I ended up getting interviewed. And so more than anything, it's not really what I think. These people want their voices to be heard. And so you can read the protest signs, and that tells a lot. But this is grade A journalism here. So I wanted to share. I want to make sure we're running all cylinders here. Yes. So, great. So, and I think we're back to normal. We're testing a few things out. Got some lighting going on. Fun. So I just want to make sure. And we're back. Yay, we did it. So I don't want any delays or anything like that. We want everything to be great. So, sometimes maybe Facebook is not all the way what it thinks it is. Okay. All right. So we're going to try this again. I think we can get it. It shouldn't be that difficult. So we're going to shoot over. I don't want to say shoot. I don't even know her name was Masa Amini. She was 22 years old. And they said they not going for that. So hopefully we get some sound here. Okay, so we're not getting any sound. I really want this song is so beautiful. I kind of want y'all to hear it. I kind of. Okay, so we're not getting. Oh wait, let me see. I really want this song is so beautiful. Oh, I know you can do this. Great. So we're gonna go. I have so much footage. So I got the entire protest line. Come to find out, the largest contingency of Iranian-Americans are in Los Angeles, or anywhere in the world, but concentrating in Los Angeles. So I'm like, I got this footage. So I wanted to show. Well, I did. It was a bunch of. So yeah. So it was 15 minutes long. I really want to. Hopefully we can get it. So 15 minutes, the entire protest line. I got an aerial shot view. This is worth it. So, and I think, I've been to countries where they have Sharia law, and all out of nowhere you'll start hearing some music playing. So. Okay, maybe we can do this. Let's see. We're gonna try this again. Hopefully we can keep that delay. All right. And I don't edit, y'all. I don't edit at all. So, yay. We just flipping here. Okay, are we good again? Are we back? Did we clear it up? Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. So I want to make sure that we're good. Here. Great. Perfect. I think we're good again. I just had to clear some static. We were getting delayed. Sometimes the broadcast is too heavy. There may be glitches. I want to make sure you can hear this. It's very beautiful.
Yo
you check the comments, people are saying thank you for telling these stories. They're saying thank you for getting the message out, because they can circulate amongst themselves, but the diversity of media, other people from other groups, I do hear these people. I'm very well versed on the story and what happened, up to speed and up to date on this information. So they had earlier, this is their second time with this large protest. I believe estimates of 10,000 Iranian-Americans descended upon the City Hall of downtown Los Angeles, and we're there on the scene to capture it. This is the largest contingency of any Iranian group anywhere in the world outside of Iran. So this is it, Los Angeles. They had their flags, their stories, their message, and they're not playing around. So, here we are listening to their stories, and we're getting into the top of the protest line, so.
One person
all the different signs. Yes, they love their women. You can't do that to their women. All the different ages. Oh, she's giving me a sign. I got a sign. I hope it says something. I don't know what it says. Okay. What does it say? Thank you. I got to sign it. As long as the public must know, I agree. I agree. Sorry. Wow, it's so many people. It's probably like 10,000. Wow, it's never ending. Yes. Stand with Iran. Yeah. Oh, children. Iranian lives matter. I stand with this message. Yes. Free Iran. Oh my God. Yes. Freedom for Iran. Yes. 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 Women are everywhere. Yes. Wow. Islamic regime must go. Hey, ho, ho. Islamic regime must go. Wow. Biden, freedom for Iran. Wow. Wow. Media silence stands is supporting oppression. I'm just looking at all the protest signs, everything everybody has to say, and what they're fighting for today. Yes, 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 I agree. Wow, look at all this. Where's the media? I guess I'll be the media today. I'm media. Yes. Oh, how come the
women. No deal. No deal. My little legs giving out there. Alright. They shut down downtown Los Angeles. So, freedom for Iran. Free Iran. Whoa, look at that. Yeah! More power to the people! More power! Yeah! Yes! Death to the dictator! Oh my goodness! Wow! Good messages. This is all the messaging. Okay, I think we're almost at the end. Wow! They shut down downtown Los Angeles. It's like anywhere from 10 to 20,000 people. They got the flags, they got the messaging, they got what they want. They want freedom for the women and the children. And they're showing, I'm showing solidarity. Yeah! Yeah! Where's the media? The media's not covering. Love you too. Oh, I hope to go to Iran one day. Yes! Yes! I want to visit Iran one day. They just got a message for Kamala. Kamala, they got a message for you, girl. Yes, new Democrat. Oh, okay, new Democrat government. Yes, okay. I made it. Okay. Yeah, I think it was about 20,000 people. I want to ask you for something. Sure. Can you please put the movie on the app that doesn't show faces? Because it can be dangerous. Oh, I get it. Yeah, okay. Got you. Yeah, it's a real situation. It's not always safe. Yes. Not always safe. Look at the bubbles! Oh, freedom! I'll just show the back since somebody asked me. You know, it could be dangerous for some of the people. They got the music. So this is the end of the line. And so, yeah, I'll just show like the back. Because, you know, for some people it may not be safe. So we don't want anybody to be threatened here. But the people are here in solidarity. Yes, yes. For sure. Free Iran. Yes, yes. Absolutely. Solidarity. I'm going live. Do you want to say something? No, I think this is great. I see that they're fighting for the women and the children and for democracy and for a regime change. And I stand in solidarity with that. I think that's great. Support your messages. Just out here to share with my community as well. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, we made it to the end of the line. Yay! The people are out shutting down downtown LA on a Saturday.
Okay. Really gonna have to figure this out. So, yes, that to me is Al Jazeera credible. That to me is Al Jazeera international global news. That is top notch. Great. So, to those that have been tuning in, watching, we covered some news. We did a little bit of storytelling, some updates, but that was my global news story. Yeah, this is going global. They're protesting. I don't know if they're going to do it again. I don't know if this is every week, but I was happy to catch that was the third week that there's been just uprisings and it's actually my update is that it's not good in Iran right now. It's not good. No, the regime is fighting back. The military is fighting the people, and yeah, so it's not so good. So yeah, we'll keep that story going. That was just my introduction to it, but I was there to capture it live, and so that's raw footage, but with updates, and you don't always have time to edit. Get the story out there, let it be known what it is that the people want, because everyone hears about the protest. They talk about the story. Oh yeah, I heard this story, but when you actually are there with the people, you're talking. I was showing more news, above the people, but when you really get down on the ground and talk to the people, they were very appreciative that I was there. I just so happened to be wearing the colors. Um, and they showed their appreciation, and I appreciated them. And they did so in an orderly fashion. It was very peaceful, and I pretty much just let, and that's their culture and respect it, and they get probably really deep spiritually. I can imagine as well. They don't like it, and just makes them think about the future and that law. So when those people start to step up and you start to see changes, that will improve. So protesting, it's good. Letting the government know you're serious, and then talking to the dignitaries, talking to the people that can make a difference. You can only do that on the ground. You find the role players, you find the legitimacy, the legitimate people, and everyone works together. So I'm always happy to bring my stories. I do travel. I go to some very hard hitting places because I just want to kind of know myself, and I just have an inquisitive journalistic eye, and I'm just like, I guess I can do, some independent journalism, but it's fun. And you guys, I think my audience, you that tune in, thank you so much. Yay. Yay. Another podcast. Thank you for watching. It's a lot of information, so I try to just divide it up. I try to, just compartmentalize it. And it's going to be really good. This story is so dope. It's a story unlike anything you thought your mind was blown. You thought HBO Watchmen was mind-blowing. That area is true, it's real. We get to the bottom of it. And one more thing. I do have one more thing. Oh, we really gotta figure out this audio. All right, we really gotta let's see. Because I keep forgetting we do have one more, some more video to roll. It is about voting rights in Georgia. So I have to remember that one too. So that's it's so much going on. It's voting time. It's voting time. So a lot of messaging coming out, and so I want y'all to hear this as well. This is a movie called Vigilante, and everybody trying to figure out, like, is your people the vigilante? This is about the Georgia voter suppression law and what's happening there. It's a film, actually. And they be sending out these hitmen, and Brian Kemp is one of them. So I want y'all to... Okay. So this story... All right. So let me give you an update here. Yeah, I know. We're talking about voter suppression. All right, here we go. So it's so sometimes news media gets into an investigative journalism format where they go in, they ask these really hard questions, they're in your face about it. So, all right. So investigative
His right to vote or have his ballot challenged. So you didn't call him, but you challenged his right to vote or have his ballot challenged.
Sir, get out of my house.
Okay, I will get out of your house. I just.
Now.
Law enforcement is going to the houses and places of employment and making people afraid to go out and exercise their rights.
I swear this broadcast is too fucking heavy. It cannot contain us. So this guy goes into the homes of the people that suppress the right to vote in places such as Muskogee County, Georgia. So shit got real. Shit got real. And you know, a lot of people like to go investigate them, and it gives them a platform. And then they're all in the movies about it. They're all, you know, making documentaries. They have their own documentaries, and they have reenactment, Civil War reenactment, and it's like fun and games to them. So keep that in mind when you're talking about voting in these areas and trying to intimidate people and stop them from voting. In some ways, it has totally worked. People are totally scared and they're intimidated to, you know, vote. They don't want to vote. So actually, voter suppression does work. These hitmen, it actually is a thing. So have some respect for people that are serious about voting. Don't yell at them. And no need for racial slurs. You're just repeating the KKK because they don't want black people to vote. The same talking points. So we're going to dig into that. Great.
So you didn't call him, but you challenged his right to vote or have his ballot challenged.
Sir, get out of my house.
Okay, I will get out of your house. I just.
Now.
Law enforcement is going to the houses and places of employment and making people afraid to go out and exercise their rights.
And today to come out and not be able to vote, it bothers me to my core.
My life was on the line, you know, I could go to prison. If I just commit suicide, this will be over.
Stop voter fraud.
They raided a voter registration office and tried to send all of these college kids to jail.
Call our voter fraud hotline.
Tonight, Governor Kemp has signed that controversial election bill. He signed Senate Bill 202.
That doesn't mean that you get to levy a charge against thousands of people that you don't even know and get them, you know, removed off the rolls.
Is this an attempt to remove a lot of Democrats, black people from voting?
Get out of my house now.
Okay, we're going to put a pause on that. Now, what is this movie trying to say? Y'all have to go back to some, you know, it's like get out of my house. They don't want to talk about it all of a sudden. At first, they was happy to talk about voting, and these, removing these people. But this is a family business. This is what they do. So Brian Kemp comes from a long line of people that do this. So I want us to respect that, and let's get into that. Great. I want you to really understand what's happening.
Are you removing black voters from the voter rolls just so you can win this election?
So, basically, to get that one. That one I had to get. I almost forgot about that one. That we'll keep that rolling because I think I'm gonna try to do a watch party. I'm gonna try to do a watch party about it. So, or maybe we'll do a Twitter Spaces. But vigilante Brian Kemp is the vigilante trying to suppress the black vote. It is a real thing. It's not just make believe. This is real life. So, yeah. Yep. Unfortunately, it's a true story. And the part thankfully they didn't show in the trailer, my family is all up in it. My dad's in the movie. Oh, we don't know where this is gonna go. Martin Sheen, the DiCaprios are involved. Jamie Foxx came out. I got to meet Jamie Foxx. That was fun. Oh yeah, let me show. I be having some good news too. I'm sharing with y'all some of my news. Some news you can use. Yeah. Me and Jamie Foxx, that was great. And this is what it was about. That was the trailer. That's what it was. So I'm happy to share that trailer with you all. Okay, great. Here we go. Yay! I have some news. The trailer we just watched, Jamie Foxx came out for it. My family all up in it. Yep. Amazing. So, and then the next one here is, there you are. Oh, great. Oh, awesome. So here we are. Yay, vigilante. Now you know. The word is out. This is what we've been working on, laying low. Y'all mad at it? What you mad at me for? Because your vote matters. We've been working on it. Look who's a part of this. Rosario Dawson. Jamie Foxx is on the panel. I haven't even put all that together yet. That was fun. That's fun. We did it. And that's the trailer. Run that back. So, yeah. So just to go back through this, basically, Brian Kemp, he was, if he was like Karen Handel before him, he would have stepped down, but he was dictating the election. He helped himself win. He's the picture of voter fraud, but he blamed it on black people, and black people don't even have the resources to do any of what he's talking about. So they raided them. They've been doing this for a very long time. They would. Even people that won, they were like not trying to honor them. This is like some real hostile takeover coup, January 6th type stuff. So they blaming all that on us. No, we had nothing to do. That's their work. They're so proud about it. And they were raiding college students that were trying to get out the vote. It was horrible. So these people that claim there was voter fraud just start removing people because they had common names. And they do this to black, indigenous people of color all the time. Brown, indigenous people of color all the time. The black and the browns. Those are the colors. They do these Civil War reenactments. I really think they be having some kidnapped Negroes over there. They be acting that shit out, trying to make it real. So I think Key and Peele even had a movie like that. Brian Kemp has plantations. So why aren't the reparations going after him? It's an 8-year investigation this movie took. Happening now. Been working on it. So Martin Sheen, Gio DiCaprio, and George Palace, investigative journalist. So that's some stuff that I have just been waiting to share with you all. And we're happy to bring it. And I think it's already had its premiere in Georgia. And my family, kudos to them. So brave, so brave. So happy to share a little bit of what's going on with me. And we are so serious about this kind of stuff. So, yay! And we're back. Another... We survived. So fun. And I did a weekly report. That's my weekly report. Melanated News you can use. We had a little bit. We'll ride out with a little bit more of the indigenous music. That was fun too. Yeah, keep that going. Got those vibes going in the back. So yeah, that's my weekly report. Those are my top stories. Those are the stories that make me just like so excited. Don't want to get into Russia just yet. We might do a weekend report and talk about Russia and Ukraine. That's more for weekend news. What in the world is going on? I can't wait to discuss that with you all. We'll do some videos. We'll do some lives. And I'm really excited. So hopefully we can figure out this broadcast. Great. What an interesting night. So I'm still testing, so I appreciate anybody that like comments. I'm testing that part out too, where I can see your comments. Okay. Just working on some things in the background. Look, we gotta self-produce over here, you know? You're saying people and the USA is not African. You're saying the information you have is we developed Africa. Most likely. Most likely. They think they're so advanced. Okay, well, let's see. I think we should have a design contest. But the American designers against African designers, none of that mixing it. No, we all, no. We all are winners, participation trophies. No. So gotta rep for the. Why would we? They really expect us to rep for some land. Some of y'all. I step foot there, but I'm doing the calculations. I'm talking to the people in the middle of the Sahara that live in the fucking middle of the Sahara of Kemet by the Nile. How long you been here? Carried away. Oh. And where was your grandmama? You remember your grandmama? Oh, your grandmama was right here in this same spot too? Oh, okay. Okay. Makes sense. And nobody came by and raided none of this and just took people hostage as slaves. Hey, we're trying to figure out. Nope, we just been right here. Just doing absolutely fucking nothing. I mean, there's goats out there. But there's goats. I mean, it's so I can't believe I was there. But I'm like, if we do the calculation, my people were like in the interior already. Not coming in from the Caribbean. We was just on all sides, mainland. That is so like insulting, you know? Like, and these people who has no ancestral DNA on this continent coming in saying they're the indigenous, that is such an insult. How would that make you feel? So for all the likes and the hearts and the thumb ups and, you know, all the emojis y'all gave me today, I appreciate that. You can be a guest on this broadcast. You can join in the future if you'd like to join in. I would extend the invitation, welcome you to join in, be a guest. Maybe there's something you want to talk about. You can chime in. We'll talk about your story. You want to prep it up, we can do that too. Let us know what's going on in your communities because this matters. So if you're in a major city even and big things are happening, let us know, or what's happening in the largest city next to you, because it's about to go down. I think I'm gonna reserve my weekend edition for international news, and we could talk about. I cannot wait to talk about the Ukrainian, because this is the one we really got to keep our eye on. Putin doesn't just threaten things, you know. Putin just doesn't say like, "Oh, I'm toying around with the idea of nuclear weapons." That's not what we're dealing with here. All right, you want to join now? Are you trying to join now? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Are you trying to join now? Are you saying in the future? I would have to like give you a link. Yeah. This is not just your typical, we got a little streaming thing going on here, that's for future shows. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. I've been having a little din in between some of these tapes. I'm trying to we're working from home, so I wanted to just bring that up to speed. But even if you don't get anything from what I'm showing in the meantime, you can check out the ticker below. Great, and I appreciate all your comments. Yeah, your comments can join the broadcast if they're really good, if they make sense. Let me know if you have any questions. Our news is northeast, west, and south. So this time of the year is the fall. So I'll do a reading for part of our news updates. We do some like they do horoscopes, astrology, the farmer's almanac, they do the moon cycles, all those things. So with this, we didn't do the falling leaf moon. This is the 8th moon. October is the 8th moon according to the American Indian teachings. October 24th to November 21st. Time of Scorpio, baskets, and this time of the year is very mature, so it represents adulthood. It says, I am the moon of falling leaves. It is a time of apparent death and transformation. For without letting go of the old, you cannot take on the new. My wisdom leads you to ultimate understanding of nature and the universe. That which has been a smoky mystery to you will become clear at this time. Learn what I have to teach and pass it on to future generations. Your passionate nature will be amplified at this time. So keep these deep relationships. They will continue to follow at this time. Be flexible and go with your intuitions. Trust your feelings. I am the present, the past, and the future. Falling leaf moon. Yes. So the great direction associated with fall, I believe it's the west. So happy to bring you these readings. Let's be sure here. I like to share these. Yes, the fall is the west, the great direction west. This is a feminine time of the year. Fall is adult. Again, the adult time of the year in the element earth. All right, here we are in the west. The great sacred direction. I am the west. I am sunset. I am dusk. I am the most powerful time of day. I am the crack in the universe. That's what I feel like you do with that whoop, whoop. Whoop. Like that. The crack in the universe. I am the space between worlds. I am the color black. We got to know space between worlds today with that time lapse. I don't know what was going on. So this time of the year is the color black. I am where the sun dies. It is here where things start and also where things end. It is death. It is rebirth. Listen to your intuitions. Listen to the woman within us all. Feel your emotions. This is the place of sacred dreams, a place of psychic powers. Your journey within yourself, seeking inner vision and introspection, which can provide great self-healing. Do not be afraid of transformations. There is security in change. I have come of age. I am an adult. I am moving. I am dance. I am movement. This is the movement. Ashe, ashe. I love it. We survived another broadcast. We're running clear here. Hey, some things might get a little choppy, but those that stayed on when we were transitioning, we kept it back going. Some of y'all just really hanging on. You never know. One day that could be a commercial. That could be paid blank space next time. So we're back. Thanks for holding on the line, staying on the line with me today, staying on the stream. You got giving the hearts. Oh, that just makes my day. That makes it so much worth it. This information is not easy. Information is not easy to deliver. So here we are, the peace pipe, a time-honored tradition. Some still practice it. The herbal remedies we talked about that are associated with it. Great. Man, this class feels so great. Been figuring out how can I bring all of this, what I do, into the news making, into the, we figured it out. So we'll mix the elementals with the news. We'll get a little bit of Cherokee. Cherokee got a lot of updates. They have a film office. This should be fun. And then telling the stories from the Cherokee people I'm registered with the film office. My business, we're going to be doing something over there. So let's work together. I mean, come on. We over here making stuff, inventing things. And y'all just think we're new here. And think we could just read the clouds and read the skies and know how to find our way to freedom. We're so new here. We've been displaced, but we're going to use the stars to guide our path back somewhere safe. We just knew how to read the star system on a whole new continent. And just did the same route over and over and over and over again. These people terrorized us. There's a lot of things there's a lot of secrets. You think the Underground Railroad was the only secret we had on this continent? They just found out about that. They think they know what they're talking about with that. Underground Railroad, railroads are connected to like cities. I think Jordan Peele gave a little bit of that. There's a whole underground. I think there's been movies where they showing subway systems, entire cities underneath, gothic shit, penguins and Batman caves. On this continent, y'all just think they just made that up? There is subterranean complexes, people living within mountains. And guess who they find when they dig in these areas? Guess who they're finding? Oh, guess who they're finding? Those Asiatics hadn't made it to this part yet. And you think it was nobody there? Then of course, but they stopped digging. They just stopped. Nobody else can dig. Oh, you done found a whole new civilization. They ain't got nothing to do with today's modern Native Americans. It's like 1,000 years gap in between today's natives. And these people carried the emblem of the jaguar, panther. So this area, there was actually Wakanda. Oh, you don't say. Ooh. Pause. There was actually a Wakanda. Pause for effect. So many stories to tell. Black Panther 2 is coming out, so we'll see. Somebody will probably drag me to go see it, force me to see it. We'll see. But I will not willingly go. I will wait, maybe when it comes to my home. Yes. And interweaving those stories of the Black Panther of the Americas, because that's an American totem animal, and they're always misattributing our culture to Africa. We want repatriation of our culture. That is a whole empire system with the jaguar. So all the wildcats, we will go with the spotted jag and the melanated panther. Same species. One just melanated. And that is a tribe you can find presently today, the Caddo Parish, Louisiana. That tribe, those people, that's a thing too. So there's some tribes that are federally recognized, and so more and more tribes are becoming federally. They all should be federally recognized. It's historic. Before a lot of these towns were officially named whatever for the United States, they already had names. They had names that stood for centuries before then, and I think it's time that we honor that and respect that. So when you see the messaging, trust it, love it, embrace it, harden not your heart. Until next time, signing off, Lady Lila Brown with another melanated news you can use. Take care. Bye.